Who were the composers influenced by? The first place you should look is at this guy, Gustav Holst, and his movement Mars, the Bringer of War. The Mars movement has 5 beats in each measure. Here at the start of Mars, the string and timpani hang out on this pattern on G. It sounds like 1 and a 2, 3, 4, and 5. Da 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 da. And eventually, it turns into this. Pretty cool, isn't it? That pattern on G is an example of ostinato. An ostinato is a musical pattern that persistently repeats, like in the Mars examples you just heard. Holst wrote The Planets just before World War I. Mars was his criticism of war. He wanted to express war's stupidity. The march sounds merciless and lacks humanity. One warlike piece that sounds like it took inspiration from Mars is the Isengard theme. In this piece, the ostinato pattern is set up by heavy percussion. The meter of the piece is also in 5, but it's in 5/8 instead of 5/4 or 5/2, giving it an odd, almost bouncy feel, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. While we're on the topic, here's a piece with some more ostinato from Star Wars that you might recognize. Does that sound similar to something you've heard before? In the Star Wars example, the brass and timpani play their pattern on C instead of G like in Mars. The piece's meter isn't in 5, but the two still sound strikingly similar. A fast-paced ostinato pattern is laid down, and a melody is played over the top of it. The next example I want to show you comes from the ending of Mars. The movement ends on a very particular chord. I'll try my best to build it for you. I think you'll find that this next Star Wars example is very similar to what you just heard from Mars. It's not as harmonically complex, but the music immediately before the Death Star explodes has a similar concept. It's easy to hear how Holst has influenced many of the films we love. If you've enjoyed listening to Star Wars in our past concerts, I'm certain you'll enjoy listening to The Planets.